Alright, what's up guys? I've got another video for you guys, and today we're going to talk about what makes the perfect starter bike. It's not going to be a video talking about, oh, this bike or that bike or etc. bike. I'm going to talk about features and things and details that will make a bike a good starter bike, because it's quite different for everyone. All right, so detail number one that will make a bike the perfect starter bike for you is you feeling comfortable on it. Thus, in my opinion, the most important thing is that you are comfortable on the bike. You know, don't get something where you can hardly touch the ground, or something that feels too heavy, or something that's too big, or if you're a taller person, don't get something that's too small either. Get something, sit on the bike. You don't have to necessarily take it for a ride, but sit on the bike and see how you like the ergonomics. How do you like the way you're sitting on it? Is it comfortable, or can you touch the ground with ease? Or you don't necessarily have to be able to flat foot it, but there's a difference between, you know, flat footing and not being in hard and like having to stretch all the way over to one side to even reach with a tippy toe, you know. So you don't necessarily got to flat foot it, but you want to make sure that it's not too uncomfortable, and preferably can put both of your feet onto the ground at the same time. So that's the first thing that will make a bike a perfect starter bike, is that it's going to be comfortable. Reason number two, don't overestimate yourself. Don't get something that is far from your abilities. And a starter bike, here's the thing, plenty of people, they have ridden dirt bikes, even small dirt bikes and things like that, and that experience counts. It doesn't count for making you a good street rider, but it does count for what is too much and what isn't enough. So you want to get something that will challenge you, but it won't hurt you, if that makes sense. You don't want to have something where you have to constantly be so cautious not to open your throttle because you're scared of what the bike is gonna do. Don't get something like that. That's too much power for you. Let me just quickly do a wheelie here. What are you doing? So yeah, make sure you get something that doesn't go beyond what you're capable of handling. Yeah, make sure you don't get something that goes beyond what you're capable of learning and adapting to within a short amount of time. When you get a new bike, you want it to be exciting. You want there to be something new, and you want to have fun. But if you've never ridden a dirt bike or anything like that, and I don't recommend that you start on something that's bigger than a 600. Even a 600 is a little bit on the verge, depending on what year and what exactly the general purposes of the bike. Like, for example, an SV650 is one of those 650 cc's that you could probably start on even if you don't have much prior experience. But for example, an R6 or a Gixxer 600 or a CBR 600 RR, things like that, I don't think that they're great starter bikes. They have too much power, and it's going to get you in trouble if you don't have at least a fair amount of experience riding something with a motor and two wheels. Even a moped or scooter, you know, things like that count. That counts too, you know. It gives you experience. The third thing that'll make your first bike. What are you honking for? Why are you honking?
You want to try bike for a bit?
Once I'm done making my video. So, the third thing that's going to make your first bike the perfect starter bike is don't buy something that's too small that you're going to be bored of after 2 weeks of riding it, and you're just going to feel like you're being left behind everywhere. Don't buy something that small. Now, that's not to be said that you can't have a lot of fun on small bikes. Like, for example, a Honda Grom. You can have lots of fun on those things. I have never ridden one, but anyone I've talked to has told me that they are a ton of fun to ride around. They're not necessarily fast enough, and you won't really go on the highway with those things much, or at all, hopefully, because I think they top out at like 60 miles per hour or something like that. And but yeah, make sure you don't get something that's too small and that doesn't have enough power to keep you excited. Like even like a 300cc bike on the street is probably not gonna take very long, and you're gonna be bored of it. Even like a 300cc, and in my personal opinion, is too small to start on, unless you're perfectly happy with that. Some people are perfectly happy riding a smaller cc bike for many years. You can have lots of fun on those. That's absolutely, you can definitely. But most people that buy a 300 or something like that, after 1 year or even after 6 months, they sell it. Which brings me to another point. The perfect starter bike in almost all cases is going to be a used bike, because most of the time, unless you bought something nice and with lots of power that's going to keep you satisfied for quite a while, most of the time when you buy your first motorcycle, you're going to end up wanting to change that eventually. Isn't that right, mister?
What?
Never mind.
Which way do you want to go?
That way. Okay, so as I was saying, most first bikes get sold after a year. And maybe I shouldn't say most, because I don't actually have statistics to back that up. But a lot of people, after the first year of buying their bike, they don't enjoy it anymore because it's too slow, or it was too fast and they got scared of it and they didn't end up riding it at all. So that's why the perfect starter bike in most cases is going to be a used bike, because it's going to have lost a fair bit of its original value already, and you won't lose that value. And if you ride it for a year and you decide, hey, this is not enough power, or hey, this is too much power, it's going to still have basically that same value that it had when you bought it, unless you dropped it. Now the fourth point, the fourth detail that I think makes a bike the perfect starter bike is going to be related a little bit to the last point, and that is buying a used bike that already has the mods that you're looking for. Unless you're planning on keeping this bike long term, I don't recommend that you start putting on exhausts and all these expensive things. I mean, yeah, you can do minor things, but they'll all add up quickly. You'll save yourself a lot of money if the first bike you buy already has an exhaust, has the fender eliminator kit, any conversions you were looking to do, and already has frame sliders. Now, obviously, you're going to be very lucky to go and find the exact bike you're looking for that works perfect for you, that feels perfect, and has all those mods. But again, aiming for those things at least is going to save you money. Even if you can get one or two of those things in there, is going to save you a lot of money. Alright guys, that's going to wrap it up for this video. Make sure you smash that subscribe button so you stay tuned for any new videos that I'm going to release. I have lots of ideas for videos lined up, so there's going to be plenty of content coming out for you guys. So be sure to smash that subscribe button and the like button. Comment, tell me what you think and what else you would like to see. And until next time guys, ride safe.